good? Okay, Supervisor Kuntz is on the phone at this time. Supervisor Kuntz informed the board that he would be unable to attend the meeting in person this evening and asked to be allowed to join the meeting electronically. Therefore, we must follow the Board of Supervisors policy and rules of procedure established for electronic participation in meetings due to a personal matter or disability. Supervisor Kuntz, why are you asking for approval to participate in this meeting electronically?
He's on, but he's not connected by his phone, so he may have a technical, at least if I can happen.
John, if you can hear me, there's an issue with your mic. Might need to turn it off and back on. May need to just completely exit and come back in. Communication 27.
See, I can see him. Here he is.
John, can you hear me now?
Two, one, middle sex, one, out of the seven. Oh, then what three the hell?
Old news.
Go ahead.
We're gonna proceed, and if we hear from John, then we can consider that. All right, the purpose of this meeting is public hearing on a project that, who is presenting this? Is Bill?
If you want to introduce it, Mr. Chairman, this is pursuant to the code section 15.2-3107, specifically for the voluntary boundary line adjustment agreement between the County of Middlesex and the town of Urbana. And so the town is here to present that. And with that, if you'd like for them to present, then we can open up and have our public hearing afterwards.
Okay, very good.
Thank you.
Welcome.
You ready?
Yep.
All right. For the record, I'm Dr. William Goldsmith, Mayor of Urbana. Thank you for your consideration in this project. I was going to go back through the whole PowerPoint presentation and give you the history of these properties, and Matt Walker said that was probably not a good idea. So I thought I would just bring you up to speed as to where we are. Since the last time, boundaries haven't changed, just as presented before. We've had discussions, the town staff has had discussions with Mr. Baylor and mitigated his concerns in terms of what was going on. I think there was a misunderstanding the last time in that we're not putting in a new water tower. We're only having wells drilled. So it doesn't really change any of the impact on Mr. Baylor's property. And he has a history, I'm told, of working in the water services industry. And so he understands that and is supportive of the project at this point. Ms. Lewis and Ms. Arard have gone through the paperwork. And I think that's all in order at this point. And so that's where we are. It's voluntary properties. Only a couple of landowners are associated with it. The biggest thrust is to get the new town hall and the town well properties into the town limits. I know Mr. Williams had some concerns about increased taxation and people involved with that. If it allays some of your issues, the people that are in the Thurston properties, rental property, will have a water bill that's cut in half. So where there is going to be some tax impact on those lands, at least they'll get better water rates. That's what I got.
Anybody?
Yeah, Mayor, thanks for being here today. It looks like you have some support people behind you.
Yes.
That's always good to have. It doesn't appear to me that there's been any changes on the original proposal of what we were going to do with the boundary line adjustment.
Correct.
Okay,
No changes. It's just as we discussed the last time. And like I said, the meets and bounds have been appropriately drawn. Nothing has changed since the last presentation.
great. And I'll direct this question to the county attorney. Everything looks to be in order and you're happy with what we are looking at?
Don, you get me with the happy. You know, us lawyers, we're always hesitant to commit to that level of adjective.
Yeah, I know.
But I would use the adjective satisfied. Yes, sir. And all joking aside, Mrs. Arard and I, the agreement that's in your packet says that the town is, will pay for the advertising costs for tonight. And then approximately 10 days after today's hearing, depending on your motion, if you vote to approve this boundary line agreement, and the town does so as well at their public hearing, Mrs. Arard and I will file a joint petition to the circuit court asking the judge to approve this boundary line agreement. So from a procedural standpoint, yes, sir, I am satisfied and believe this time we've met the required statutory requirements.
Great, thank you. Thank you, sir.
Would anybody have questions for Dr. Goldsmith? Yeah, well, I'll open the floor for public hearing and then is in this format, do we also provide Dr. Goldsmith an opportunity to come back and address any concerns that are voiced during the public hearing?
I think that would be very appropriate given this situation.
Very
Yes, sir.
good. Okay,
Would you like me to sit down now?
yes, we'll open the floor for public input. Would anybody like to address the board about this? Got a great turnout. Not seeing anyone, I will close the public comment period. Are there any questions for Dr. Goldsmith, or I'll just open the floor for discussion? If not.
Right, no, like I said, I talked to Glenn Baylor and he's satisfied with everything. He says just as long as he's not in the town, he's good. So just letting you know that, okay? And by looking at this, he will not be in the town property. And like you say, the well is just above him, behind him. So he told me he's good, good shape.
Don, any comments? Reggie?
Mayor Goldsmith.
Mic on.
I think it's still on. Yeah.
I understand y'all want 22 acres.
20, yes,
22
it's
acres.
approximately 22 acres.
Would you know how large a banner is? How many acres is in a banner before you get to 22? You,
I do not know.
it's good. Why do y'all want this land?
Well, there's a couple of reasons. The major reason is because the new town hall and the well properties are outside the town. And this just brings us up to those borders. That was the major thrust of what was going on. When we were doing the process, then the Hall family approached us and said they wanted to come in as well. There's only really two private property owners, Thurston Properties and Hall Family Limited, or Hall Family Properties Limited Liability Corporation.
Are you all planning on purchasing this building?
Excuse me?
Are you all is Banner planning on purchasing the building that you said?
Yes, yes, sir.
Y'all plan on purchasing. And y'all are planning on to drill a well, from my understanding.
The replacement well is predominantly drilled. It's in the final stages, and it's up on the hill below the tank.
And you all, I mean, what is your main source of income in Banner?
What is the main source of
Your main source of income?
real estate tax and actually restaurant tax are the two major sources.
You know,
Meals tax.
you know, I've been playing with this, and I've been giving a lot of thought on it. And I think it was maybe, might have been a year ago when y'all first came to the board. I think was a young lady came and I asked the same question. And see, I keep on getting different answers. And Mr. Wheeler here tonight?
No, he had some surgery today, so he couldn't make it.
Mr. Wheeler, you know, when I asked him the question, and you know, it's gonna pass. Okay, I can tell you right now, it's gonna pass. Am I satisfied with it? No. Am I satisfied with what I'm hearing? No. Because this is how I look at it. I don't think the reasoning behind what we all are saying and thinking is exact reason we want to do it. Now, I asked about honesty, and it seems like I never can get an honest answer. You know, sometimes you can stand alone. I said in a retreat we went to, you know, when I have to make a decision, whether you're my friend or whether you're anything else, I can make it based on county. Now, and I know you all gonna develop that property. Okay, the Thurston's, whoever's gonna develop is all written out. And in development, that property, you're gonna get your double tax. It's no mystery. I mean, everybody knows it. The county's gonna get some extra revenue from it, and so is the town. And also, when you hook up on your water and all this, well, it's gonna be extra revenue, you know, for the county. I see what y'all passed a week ago, but y'all were able to build houses in a commercial area. You know, y'all doing a lot of good things, and I commend all y'all here tonight on that. I mean, I can see that how owning this property, don't get me wrong, it's gonna help Banner. I can tell you it's gonna help Banner. It's gonna help your tax base. It's gonna help your tax base a lot. But you know how I look at it, I'm a Butt County, you know, and we got a water authority. And just let me tell you a little bit I know about the water authority. I don't guess, y'all gonna drill a well, so y'all don't want to tie into the water authority. Is that right? It's
No,
never
sir.
been asked.
No, we have a standalone water authority, and actually we produce water more cheaply than what Middlesex is charging right now. So it's a break
Right.
to our residents and actually people on the water system out of town.
And it's gonna get better. Okay, I just commend you, it's gonna get better because I've been doing shuffling around a little bit. And you know, I'm not gonna, you know, prolong this, you know, too long. I do understand, but DMV being in Banner and how you want town hall in Banner. See, and one thing about me, I'm gonna say the same thing today and tomorrow. Well, it's good that DMV, it's in Banner. Young lady, I guess came from Richmond, put it in Banner, but then you would tell me I'm gonna put it in the best place for the residents of Middlesex County. Then you're gonna put it in Banner. Then you're gonna tell me I'm gonna put town hall in a building that was your number one choice when you decided to move out of Banner. So I'm just tossing up these things, and I'm gonna say again, Mr. Wheeler, I don't know where you at, but I'm glad what he told me was the truth. It did change my mind, but it's the only thing that makes sense. And once again, you know, I could stop talking right now because it's gonna pass. You know how politics goes. You know, you go to the meeting, it's already passed, it's gonna fail. The young gentleman that said it's okay, I would like to see y'all have something in writing, you know, the gentleman that got their home found by the road that don't want to be in the town of Urbana. I hope y'all do that right. I mean, I really hope y'all do that right. The landscape, let this place look good. I mean, because I know what y'all doing. And if y'all not doing it, some of y'all ought to think about exactly what's going on. And I just don't like to be put in a spot that you ask for something and you know you want something else because of the reason behind it. Because what you're telling to me is that I don't know nothing. And I can't let you put me in that spot. I said, this is a good thing for Urbana, and I mean that.
It certainly is.
It's a good thing for Urbana. It's gonna help everybody here, you know, and I'm gonna close with that. And I appreciate y'all coming, you know, tonight to give us a chance to vote on it. I really do, to stand up for what's right. Hey, this is a small local town. This is Middlesex. Urbana just happened to be, and we're gonna disagree to agree. You know, so at the end of the day, you get what you want, then that'll be okay. You know, so hey man, you got a job, Mr. Goldsmith. You got a job. So hey, thank you, man. I appreciate
I thank you for your consideration
I appreciate you, man. You take care.
and your candor.
All right.
Any other discussion? All right, I'll entertain a motion that we accept the voluntary boundary line adjustment agreement.
So moved.
I'll second it.
Motion by Mr. Harris, second by Mr. Jesse. Is there any further discussion?
Would like.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'd like to say this, you know, there's, for some reason, of course, I haven't seen it in my time here on the Board of Supervisors, but there has been some conjecture of the county and the town doesn't work very good together. That may be old news, which I assume it is because I haven't seen it. And maybe this is a better opportunity for that relationship to grow more positive.
Right. And you and I have had those discussions.
Yes, we have.
any other discussion? Have a roll call, please.
Mr. Harris,
Aye.
Mr. Jesse,
Aye.
Mr. Williams,
No.
oops, Mr. Kimbrough.
Aye. Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
There not being any other business, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Second.
From Mr. Jesse, second by Mr. Harris. Roll call, please.
Mr. Harris,
Aye.
Mr. Jesse,
Aye.
Mr. Williams,
All right.
Mr. Kimbrough.
Aye. Thank you.